Hi everyone, I'm Attorney Sherwin G from the Office of the Chief Justice. So in the next few minutes, we'll be discussing the basic and essential features of Judiciary 365 and how this will aid you in your day-to-day court operations. All right? So I prepared an outline for our discussion today, and it will include the following. No? Number one, what is Judiciary 365? And then we will dive into the applications included in our Judiciary 365. All right? So what is Judiciary 365? Basically, Judiciary 365 is based on Microsoft 365 platform. So it covers or includes a wide range of productivity applications. But for purposes of our discussion today, we'll be focusing on the main tools for court operations. That is the Outlook, the OneDrive, and the Teams. All right? So first, before we go into those applications, let's go to the usage policy. All right? So there are two important points that I want to highlight in the usage policy. Okay. Number one is that Judiciary 365 accounts shall only be used in the performance of our official duties and responsibilities. Right? Question. Suppose I'm a judge. And I have friends who are private practitioners. And they have yet to experience or attend a video conferencing hearing. So they requested me if I can host and conduct a dry run of a video conferencing hearing for them. Am I allowed to do that based on our usage policy? The answer is no. The answer is no, because that is not part of our official duties and responsibilities. This is different from the dry run we are conducting for our prosecutors and PAO, because those people are assigned to our court stations, and having them familiarized with the system is part of our official duties and responsibilities. Okay? Now, second point, non-individual accounts, meaning those assigned to a branch, an office, division, or section. So kasama po ang mga trial courts dito. Shall be exclusively used by the head of office, in your case, presiding judges, kayo po yun, and or his or her authorized representative. Right? So singular po ang term na ginamit ng representative. So meaning, si presiding judge at isa sa kanyang mga staff. So pwedeng si judge at si branch clerk, pwedeng si judge at si clerk of court stenographer, pwedeng si judge at si court interpreter, si judge or si court legal researcher, si judge or si sheriff, pero hindi po pwedeng si judge at kalahat ng kanyang staff. No? Hindi po pwedeng si judge at all of the above. So si judge at isa lamang, no, sa kanyang authorized representative. Alright? Okay. Now, let's go to Outlook. No? Pagkatanggap nyo ng user credentials ng inyong mga 365 account, ano ba ang unang-unang dapat gawin? Okay? So, ang unang-unang dapat gawin ay pumunta kayo sa portal.office.com. Okay? So, ito po yung webpage na pupuntahan nyo at kailangan nyo pong mag-login, no, using your Judiciary 365 account. Obviously, ito pong login page na ito ay ilalagin nyo yung kanyang mga Judiciary 365 account. Hindi nyo ilalagin dito yung inyong mga Gmail account, Yahoo account, or Facebook account. Ano? Ay ilalagin ho dito ay inyong Judiciary 365 account. Alright? In my case, ito po ang aking Judiciary 365 account. Okay? So, let me just log in. Alright. Now, pag nakalagin na po tayo, ito po ang page na makikita nyo. Ano? So, ang una pong gagawin ay palitan kagad natin ang default password provided to you. Okay, so how do we change the password? So, simply click your profile icon located at the upper right-hand portion and then select My Account. Right? So, pagdating sa My Account, punta po kayo dito, Security and Privacy, and click Password to change your password. Right? So, Dito sa old password, provide the default password, input the default password provided to you, and type in or key in your new password. Keep in mind that the new password must be at least 8 characters long, and it must include an uppercase, a lowercase, a number, and a symbol or a special character. Right? So, paano po ba tayo mag-create ng strong password? No? Ulitin ko, no? It must be at least 8 characters long, and it must include an uppercase, a lowercase, a number, and a special character or symbol. Okay? So, don't use common passwords, no? Like password 123, or pangalan ng inyong mga wife, ng husband, or ng inyong mga girlfriends, boyfriends, or pangalan ng inyong mga aso, tuta, or anak, no? So these are considered passwords that can be easily guessed. So use a passphrase, no? Meron din po tayong guide posted on our Teams channel. After you log in, you can visit all those instructional materials, no? Such as how to create a strong password, how to prevent yourself from being victimized of phishing attack or social net engineering attack. No? So meron po tayong weekly cybersecurity bulletin na pinopost dun sa ating Teams global channel that you may find useful, no, in protecting yourself from cyber attacks. All right? So after you change your password, click submit, and you can log out and log in again using your new password. All right? So, meron din po tayong in-enable na feature, no? We call it Self-Service Password Reset, or SSRP. So, this allows Judiciary 365 account holders or users like you to reset your password on your own, just in case you lose or you forget your password. So, you no longer have to contact our Judiciary 365 administrator or the MISO just to have your passwords or accounts recovered or reset, no? So, paano ba natin gagawin yan? Okay. So, pag na-login na kayo, no, you can go to Teams then. Later on, we'll show you how to log into Teams. But once you're logged in, makita nyo dyan, merong official announcements and issuances channel. Okay. We can go to Files. Ito po yung instructional materials na sinasabi ko, upload, no? And you can select SSRP, and it will provide you a step-by-step guide on how to enable that feature. But keep in mind that you'll be requested to provide either your personal email account or your backup email account or your phone number or mobile phone number, no? So doon po ipapadala yung password na i-reset kung sakaling makalimutan nyo yung inyong password sa inyong mga 365 accounts. Okay? Now, so we go to Outlook. How do we log into Outlook? Right. You remember portal.office.com, or you go to portal.office.com, and you will see the software applications included in our Judiciary 365 account. Remember, a while ago, we mentioned that our Judiciary 365 is based on the Microsoft 365 platform. So when we say platform, it includes several software applications. So, kanina nabanggit natin yung Outlook, yung nagamit natin, no, for as our email system, and then yung OneDrive, and then meron din siyang productivity applications, no, like Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, Teams, which we are using for video conferencing hearing, and other applications, no, that that can help us in our day-to-day court operations. But for our lecture today, we'll be focusing on Outlook, OneDrive, and Teams, right? So let's go to Outlook. Just click on Outlook. And mapupunta po tayo sa ating Outlook. So, for sure, lahat po kayo, all of you already know how to send and receive an email. No? So, ang gusto ko lang i-highlight dito is that in sending emails using our Judiciary 365 account, keep in mind that meron po tayong mga sending limits na tinatawag. Alright? So, number one, no? Ang sending limit natin, in one email, we can have up to 500 recipients. Alright? In one email that we will be sending out, we can have up to 500 recipients Either doon nakalagay sa to na field or sa CC na field or sa BCC na field. Alright? So, meron po tayong sending limit na hanggang 500 recipients per email na ipapadala natin. Okay? Bukod doon, meron po tayong sending limit na 30 separate email messages per minute. Alright? So, ang pwede nating ipadala per minute ay 30 separate email messages. Okay? So, don't be confused with the 500 recipients per email and the 30 separate emails per minute na limit. Alright? Now, ano ba ang gusto kong i-point out dito? No? So, you may recall that under the 2019 amended rules on civil procedure, nag-provide na po doon ng format for the emails that will be received by the court for pleadings that will be filed electronically. Okay? So, maaring nasusunod na yun, maaring hindi pa. But one of the reasons or objectives of having that amendment is to allow the court to organize those electronic submissions properly. But just in case hindi may implement yun na mabuti, here's a tip on how you can organize your emails properly. So you'll notice that there's a tab here called folders, and you can create folder. So for example, meron akong folders dito. Say these are the cases assigned in my court, to my court. So people versus one. So let's say this email I received pertains to the case of people versus one. So I can just simply click, drag it to the folder people versus one, and you'll see that that particular email was already moved to the folder people versus one. So when I go to people versus one, all emails pertaining to that case will be stored here. Right? So hindi na ako mahihirapan sa aking inbox at mag-search. Alright? So you can create folders by clicking new folder. So for example, people versus Jose. So yun lang kung kasimple. Kita nyo dyan, people versus Jose. You can also sort those folders. You can drag. Pwede nyo ilagay dyan. Right? Okay. So again, you can simply drag and drop my emails on your inbox to the case folder. Right? Now, sending and receiving emails etiquette. Right? So when we send out emails, or sometimes when we receive emails, medyo maraming recipients. What people tend to do is that they would click reply all. So for example, you are invited by Philja to attend this orientation, right? So marami po kayong naka-copy doon sa email. So sometimes kung gusto niyo mag-acknowledge ng receipt, they tend to click reply all. So when you click reply all, let's say you're invited to attend the orientation seminar for newly appointed judges. Then meron isa doon nag-reply all. I will attend. So lahat po ng naka-carbon copy doon sa email ni Philja, makaka-receive po ng email mo or acknowledgement mo na I will attend. Right? And sometimes, this will flood the inbox of other email users. Diba? So the best thing to do is not to click reply all if the reply would not be useful to other email holders or email users in copy. Right? So I will send Philja infographic or a cheat sheet or a flowchart na nag-detail kung kailan mo dapat mag-click ng reply all at kung kailan ka lang dapat mag-click ng reply and kailan ka rin gagamit ng blind carbon copy. Alright? So I'll send an infographic and a flowchart later so that they can distribute it to you. Right. Now, so we discussed organizing emails. Now we go to OneDrive. So what is OneDrive? By the way, I forgot to highlight what's the difference pala ng ating Judiciary 365 platform sa inyong mga free accounts, no? Free online accounts. So, sabihin nyo, attorney, meron naman akong Google account, which includes Gmail, which I can use for sending and receiving emails. Meron din yung Google Drive, and meron din yung Google Meet, ano? But these are your personal accounts. So, ano man pagkakaiba nito sa ating Judiciary 365 account? So, first, ang Judiciary 365 accounts natin ay under the domain judiciary.gov.ph, right? So, it's an official email address given to you, and it provides you with a more professional appearance. Okay. Second, our Judiciary 365 accounts are spam-free, right? They are spam-free. Unlike in your Gmail accounts, you might be receiving some advertisements or spams from marketers. Dito sa ating Judiciary 365 accounts, hindi po kayo makaka-receive ng marketing email or spam. All right? Because this is an enterprise solution and this is being paid for by the Supreme Court. Unlike in your free email accounts, free po yun, di ba? And you may recall that Google mentioned before that free email accounts or free Google account users do not enjoy privacy at all because the way they earn money is that they have to sell your data. Dito sa 365 account, wala pong data na ibebenta ang Supreme Court. Okay? Lastly, and ang pinaka-importante is that the Judiciary 365 accounts offers a better security or privacy configuration. Right? So lahat po ng information, all information that will be processed and stored in our Judiciary 365 accounts are encrypted end-to-end. Okay? So wala po ito sa inyong mga free accounts. Alright. Now we go to OneDrive. Ano ba ang OneDrive? OneDrive is similar, no? Similar in concept to your Google Drive, to your iCloud, to your Dropbox, right? So it allows you to store files online, which you can access anytime, anywhere, using any device as long as you have access to your Judiciary 365 account. So how do you access your OneDrive storage? Okay, so portal.office.com again, and then click OneDrive. Okay. So, makita nyo na kung kagad dyan yung mga files na store sa inyong OneDrive account. No? So, sa akin, yan ang mga files currently stored on my OneDrive account. So, how do I store or upload the file into my OneDrive account? Very simple. I just have to click, drag and drop the file that I wish to upload. Okay? So, for example, ito po ang file na gusto kong upload sa aking OneDrive. So, I just have to click, drag it to the OneDrive window, and drop. So, nag-upload na po yan. Makita nyo dito sa portion na ito that I uploaded one file. And you will see that that file I just uploaded appears here. No? So, how do I share OneDrive? How do I share files stored on my OneDrive account? Very simple din. Just hover over the file. Makita nyo doon meron share button. So kung kayo ay Facebook user, napaka-familiar ng icon na ito, di ba? So click share. Right? So, meron kong options. Pwede nyo i-click yan. Anyone with the link, meaning anyone who has a link will be able to access that file. Right? But pwede yung i-modify din or customize yung kanyang access, no? Do you only allow read-only access or do you allow them to also edit it, right? So if you want them to have editing feature or access, then check this box. Kung ayaw nyo, unchecking yan so that read-only lang ang kanyang access, right? So you can also set an expiration date, no? So after a certain date, nag-expire na yung link, hindi nila ma-access yung file na yan. You can also set a password. So kahit na may-access sila doon sa link mo, but hindi nila alam yung password to the file, they won't be able to open it. Alright? You can also block download. So they can access the file, they can modify it online, but they won't be able to store a local copy. Okay? So, pwede rin yung i-modify, no? You can select specific people. So kung gusto nyo, ilan mga tao lang, So pagka naka-access ng link na iba, but they are not among those people specified allowed to access that file, then hindi din na ma-access yun. Alright? So, ganoon lang po kadali mag-share ng file sa inyong OneDrive account. So, gaano ba kalaki ang OneDrive account natin, no? Ang OneDrive storage natin? Meron po tayong 1 terabyte per user. So, malaki ho yun. And napakadaming files po na pwede nyo i-store dyan sa OneDrive storage nyo. Okay? So, that's for OneDrive. Huh? Now, we go to Teams. So, sa Teams, ganito po ang window, no? Makikita nyo. So, dito sa left portion, meron dyan activity, chat, Teams, calendar, so on. So, si activity, yan yung parang notification bar nyo or notification menu, no? So, lahat po ng nag-like ng post nyo, nag-reply sa post nyo or sa message nyo, at nag-mention sa inyo, makikita nyo kung yun doon. Alright? Yung chat, parang yung instant messaging application or feature, no? Parang sa Viber, parang sa WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, or sa iMessage. Alright? So, it allows instant messaging functionality. So, sa Teams, itong sa Teams, ito po yung parang mga groups, no? When you say team, parang group yan, and then channel, yun yung mga subgrouping. So, pag nag-create kayo, automatically, pagka login nyo sa inyong mga 365 account, nakikita nyo kagad na mayroong team dyan sa Supreme Court of the Philippines. So, yan po, yan yung global channel natin. No? So, lahat po ng mayroong Judiciary 365 account, member po automatically doon sa team na Supreme Court of the Philippines. So, sa Supreme Court of the Philippines, meron pong general channel, meron ding official announcements and issuances na channel. So, dito po natin pinapost lahat ng ating mga announcements and issuances. No? So, dito nyo rin po makikita sa Files tab ng Official Issuances and Announcements channel yung ating mga instructional materials. May folder po dyan. Click nyo po yun. Makikita nyo po lahat ng instructional materials na generate natin for you. Alright? So, how do you create a team? Okay? So, napakadali na ho. Dito sa baba, meron ho siya ang icon, join or create a team. So, simply click that, create a team, and you can build a team from scratch or create from an existing team or group. No? So, for purposes of this demonstration, we'll be creating or building a team from scratch. So, we can build a team for your branch. You can create a team per case, no? For your cases, right? So, dito, meron kayong option, no? When you click build a team from scratch, meron kang 2 options. Public, so lahat po ng Judiciary 365 account holders or users, magiging member kagad yung team na kikreate mo. So, ang gusto ko natin gawin ngayon sa demonstration na ito, mag-create ng team para sa ating branch. No? So, we have to click private because we want to assign or specify the people na gusto natin isama sa ating branch. Alright? So, sabihin natin branch 1, 2, 3. Alright? So, a-add natin yung mga court staff natin dito sa branch 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, for example, ang aking branch clerk ay si Camille. Alright? Ang aking stenographer ay si Jovi. Alright? And then ang aking sheriff ay si Darwin. Okay. So, pwede ka ba mag-add ng non-Judiciary 365 accounts dito? Pwede ho, no? So, sabihin natin ang ginagamit ng stenographer natin na email account ay Gmail, no? So, demo@gmail.com. So, and then nilalabas ho dyan na guest, no? Click ho natin yun para ma-add sila. So, demo@yahoo.com. For example, no? Nalabas ho dyan, click natin. Then we select add. Alright? So, makikita nyo, yung mga non-Judiciary 365 accounts, automatically, they will be indicated or classified as guests. Right? And then yung mga Judiciary 365 account users ay nakalagay dyan member. Alright? So, after we add those members, we click close. Right? So, dito yung makikita, no? Sa list na ito, yung ating team for branch 1, 2, 3. So, paano ba natin? Kung sakaling may nakalimutan tayo, nakalimutan ko pala include si clerk, no? Yung aking court clerk. So, pwede pa mo mag-add ng additional people or additional members sa aking team. Pwede, no? So, click on the ellipsis or the 3 dots, click add member. So, sabihin natin na kanyang email account ay aaa@gmail.com. Right? So, with that, select add. Okay. And hit close. All right. So, gaano ba karaming team ang pwedeng create ng isang Judiciary 365 account? Pwede po kayong mag-create up to 250 na teams. And within a team, you can create up to 200 channels. Alright? So, again, ito ay isang team. Paano ka naman mag-create ng channel, no? So, makita nyo dito sa akin, ito, team na ito, Judiciary 365 support. Meron dyan mga channels, no? May general channel, meron dyan 365 core team channel, policy queries channel, walkthrough channel, right? So again, yung team, parang yan yung group, and then channel are subgroupings, okay? So how do you create a channel? So click on the ellipsis, select add channel. So, para saan ba ginagawa yung channel, no? So for example, yung sa branch 1, 2, 3, gusto kong mag-create ng channel for decision writing, no? So ang included lang naman sa decision writing process ay si branch clerk at ang aking stenographer, kunyari, right? So I can name this channel as draft decisions, right? And then meron tayong option dito, standard. So lahat ng sa team na yon, na branch 1, 2, 3, lahat ng core staff natin, makakasama kaagad doon sa channel na yon. Which ayaw natin mangyari, di ba? Kasi gusto natin si branch clerk lamang at si court stenographer. So we'll select private. So we can specify the people within the team who will be included in this channel. Right? So we select private and we hit next. Right? So we'll include our branch clerk. So in example, si Camille. And then ang ating stenographer ay si demo, no? At gmail.com. Ayan. Okay? And then hit add. Okay? Done. Alright. So makikita nyo, automatically, pagka yung channel nyo ay private, meron siya ang padlock icon sa gilid. Right? So pag may padlock icon, again, it means na private yung channel na yon. So pwede nyo pa ba mag-add doon ng additional member dun sa channel na yon? Pwede, no? So click on the 3 dots, add member. Okay, so sabihin natin, dagdag natin si Jovi. Okay. Alright, so paano mo makita kung sino mga members ng team or ng channel? So just click on the 3 dots, manage team. Alright, drop down doon sa heading na members and guests. Doon nyo makikita kung sino ang member ng team na yan. Ganon din ho sa channel, no? 3 dots, manage channel. You can drop down the list, no, of the members of that channel. Okay? So that's for creating a team and our channel. Now, we want to organize a video conferencing hearing. No? So how do we organize a video conferencing hearing? So dito, mayroong calendar tab sa ating Teams, and we can select new meeting, right? New meeting, we have the title, let's say people versus 1, right? So dito sa attendees, dito nyo lalagay yung email accounts ng mga parties to that case, no? Or yung mga kailangan mag-attend, mga participants doon sa case na people versus 1. So obviously, kasama dyan yung prosecutor mo, yung accused and yung defense counsel, and yung mga witnesses, no, if any. Okay. So, in our example, sabihin natin, ang ating prosecutor ay si Camille. Okay. Ang ating defense counsel ay si Jovi. And ang ating accused ay si Darwin. Right? So, people versus Darwin. Right? And then ang ating branch clerk, kunyari, gumagamit ng demo, no? At gmail.com. Okay. Yan. So, set tayo ng date kung kailan man yan. Sasabihin natin na July 1 at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Right? And then dito, type nyo yung usual, no? Notice of hearing, people versus Darwin, etc., no? Right? So, notice is hereby given, blah, 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 blah. Right? So, hit send, no? So, when you hit send, automatically, an email invite, a calendar invite will be emailed to those participants we listed earlier. Okay, so si Camille as prosecutor, si Jovi, si Darwin accused, saka yung ating branch clerk, makakatanggap ng email invite. Right? So, makita nila doon sa kanilang email na meron tayong pinadalang notice, no? Or invite para doon sa ating video conferencing hearing. So, sinet natin yun ng July 1, di ba? So, July 1, kita natin dyan sa ating calendar sa Teams, yung case na people versus Darwin. So, may nakalimutan kayo kunyari, no? Nakalimutan nyo add si stenographer, right? Stenographer kunyari, demo@yahoo.com. So, pwede pa ba? Pwede, no? Add pa natin sila. Maybe just click send update. No? So, automatically, an update, an email will be sent to all of them again regarding the updated calendar invite or the meeting invite. Okay? Send update. Yan. Okay. So, meron ka na na-create na meeting. Alright? Meron na-create na meeting. So, nagka-conduct na ngayon ng video conferencing hearing. Ano? So, paano ngayon i-create ng side meeting for the counsel and the accused so that they can confer with each other privately. Now, there are two ways of doing it. Right? First way, and the easiest way, is to create a parallel meeting, no? Dito sa gilid. Okay? So, click nyo lang po yan. And then submitting side meeting. Okay? People versus Darwin. Okay. So, gusto nyo mag-create ng meeting para sa accused, in our case, si Darwin, and ang kanyang counsel, si Jovi. Right? So, sabihan na natin, side meeting. Right? And then we hit send. Okay? So, meron na dyan, no? So, pagka nagko-conduct kayo ng video conferencing hearing dito sa main meeting natin, pwedeng pumunta si accused at ang kanyang counsel sa kanilang calendar tab, click nila yung side meeting, and then they can click join. Right? So, pagka nag-join sila, automatically, puput on hold sila doon sa main meeting or doon sa video conferencing hearing na ito. Okay? So, sino ba ang pwedeng sumali doon sa side meeting na yon? Obviously, ang pwedeng sumali doon ay si accused at ang kanyang counsel at saka si judge. Right? Pero hindi gagawin ni Jed Sherwin because we want to give them privacy, no? So they can confer with each other. Right? So, another way of creating, no, a meeting, a side meeting for the accused and his or her counsel is through teams. Right? So remember, a while ago we mentioned we can create a team for our branch, which we did dito, no? Branch 1, 2, 3. Or we can create a team per case. Right? So, let's do that. Huh? Let's create a team for the case of people versus Darwin. So, build a team from scratch. I'm going to be private. Like people versus Darwin. Right? Sa team name. And gusto natin isama dito sa team na ito, no? Sa case na people versus Darwin, yung ating prosecutor, si Camille, yung ating accused na si Darwin, ang kanyang counsel, si Jovi, ang ating branch clerk, gamit ang demo@gmail.com. Okay. And ang ating court stenographer, si demo@yahoo.com. Okay. So we click add, right? Now, meron na tayong team para sa people versus Darwin. Right? So gusto natin mag-create ng channel, okay, for the accused. Accused and his counsel. Okay. So, of course, we want to select private. We hit next. So, lalagay natin ang accused, Darwin, at ang kanyang counsel, no? Si Jovi. And then we hit add. Okay. So, dito, sino ba ang member ng accused and his counsel? Tatlo lamang. Alright? Si court, si judge, saka yung accused at ang kanyang lawyer. Alright? So, dito, pag pumunta sa channel na ito, kung ano ang i-type nila dito sa chat box, automatically makikita ng tatlong members ng channel na yan. Alright? So, hindi na private yun pagka ganun kasi nakikita ni judge. So, instead, we have to advise them, do not use this chat feature and simply click yung icon na ito, yung video camera icon, no? Yung Meet Now. So, yung Meet Now na yan, mag-replace siya ng call, right? So, tatawagan niya yung mga members ng channel na yan. So, si judge, pwede niyang i-decline na, no? Na hindi sumali. Pwede siyang hindi na sumali doon sa call na yon because that is the side meeting for the accused and his or her counsel so that they can confer with each other privately. Alright? So that's how you create a side meeting for the accused and his or her counsel so they can confer each other privately. Okay. So how do you record video conferencing hearings? For example, dito po, no, sa call na ito, right? So sa call na ito, meron po dyan 3 dots, no, or more actions. So click nyo lang po yan and select record meeting. In my case, nakalagay dyan stop recording because I am recording this meeting. No? But kung hindi pa nag-record, makikita nyo dyan, start recording, click that. And once the recording has started, makikita nyo yan. You are recording, etc., etc. Right? Now, how do you access your recording and how do you ensure that they are private? Right? So, dito po, pakita ko lang sa inyo, pagka ready na ang inyong recording, meron po kayong makikita notification dyan kagad. No? So, that means to say, ready na yung inyong recording. Makakatanggap din po kayo ng email. You also receive an email from Microsoft saying that your recording is now ready. Right? So, similar to this, ano? So, if I go to my email, okay, if I go to my email, I will see, nilagay ko kanina yon sa people versus fun, no? So, ayan, your meeting recording is here. So, ready na for viewing yung recording na ginawa nyo. Okay. So, pwede yung click yung 3 dots para mapanood. You can play here directly or you can click the 3 dots and open it in Microsoft Stream. Right? You can also go to Microsoft Stream through the portal. No? Portal.office.com. Nandiyan po si Microsoft Stream. So kung wala si Microsoft Stream dito sa list ng applications, you can go to all apps, you select all apps, and then nakita nyo dyan si Microsoft Stream. Right? Okay. Now dito, parang YouTube yung interface. No? Makita nyo, makapansin nyo parang YouTube yung interface. So, pwede nyo na kung i-play dyan yung inyong recording. Right? So, how do you ensure that this recording is private? Meaning, only those authorized people will be able to access or view the recording. Okay? So, punta po kayo sa My Content and select Videos. Right? Kung mapapansin nyo, no? Balik ko lang kung ako sa saglit. No? Kung mapapansin nyo, pagka nag-click ako ng home, parang YouTube interface, meron dyan nakita kayo mga videos. Ano? So, bakit natin nakikita yung mga yan? Kasi hindi nila sinet to private yung mga kanilang recording. Right? So, dito, papakita natin paano ba natin i-set to private yung ating mga recording. So, go to My Content, select Videos. Right? So, you will see a list of all recordings you made. Right? So, for example, ito pong recording or meeting na ito, gusto natin gawing private. No? So, click lang natin yung pencil icon, update video details. So, make sure na naka-uncheck ito. Right? Hanap tayo ng iba pang video, no? Mas okay ang example. For example, itong call with RTC1. No? We edit that. And then we uncheck this box so that only those people listed here will be able to view or access the recording. If we check this box, then all Judiciary 365 account users mag-view po or ma-access yung recording na yan. Okay? So dito makita nyo, ito yung mga participants to the said meeting no, na ginawa ko kanina. So, si RTC Branch 37 Dumaguete, siya po yung tinawagan ko, tsaka yung kanyang branch clerk. Right? Ni-record po natin yung ating conversation with them. So, question, pwede ko bang tanggalan ng permission ng sa RTC Branch 37 sa ginawa kong recording? Pwede ho. Kung gusto ko, pwede kong i-select yung X, no? So I can remove that account and then he or she will not be able to access the recording anymore. Okay? So, that's how you set your recordings to private. Right? So, question, I want to share my recording with my court stenographer so he or she will be able to prepare the PSN. So, paano ko gagawin yun? Okay? So, how do we share the recording? Again, sa Teams, sa stream. Again, paano ba pampunta sa stream? Go to the portal. Mayroon pong list doon. Kung wala sa list, you can select the all apps and then click stream. Right? So, sa stream, go to my content and then select videos. Okay. For example, ito po ang gusto kong i-share, no? Itong recording na ito, gusto kong i-share sa aking stenographer. Kaya lang hindi siya Judiciary 365 account holder. No? Wala siyang Judiciary 365 account. Paano ko i-share yon sa kanya? Okay. So, ang pwedeng gawin is that I can select more actions. Right? Click the three dots, more actions, download the video. Right? So, download the video, save nyo sa inyong downloads folder. Okay. So, makita nyo akin, nag-download, ano? So, once downloaded, ayan na ho yun, yung folder, yung file na yun, yung recording. Pwede na siyang i-attach sa email, pwede ipadala over Viber, Messenger, WhatsApp, no? At kung ano pang online communication tool. But of course, we discourage you from doing that. Okay. Instead, we encourage you to share the file using your OneDrive account. Alright? So, punta po tayo sa downloads. Paano ba mag-upload ng file sa OneDrive? Simply drag and drop. Alright? So, uploading one item. Ayan na ho, no? Yung recording. Yung recording, ayan. Ito. Yung recording na upload na sa aking OneDrive folder or OneDrive storage. So, gusto ko siyang i-share sa aking stenographer. O, paano ba yun? Hover over the file, yung mouse natin. And then nangyari din sa file, click the share. Alright? So, pwede kong hulagay dyan, no? Yung email address yung gusto kong i-share, no? demo@gmail.com. Okay? So, click ko yun. Right? So, I can also set a password. No? So, sabihin 1, 2, 3, 4 yung password. Ayaw ko siyang na-edit niya yung file na yon, right? So I can apply, no? Specific people, pwede rin yun, di ba? Okay? And then ayaw ko mag-apply, right? So ito lang ang maka-access, si demo lang, right? So I can click that and then I can either directly click send, an email will be sent to demo@gmail.com containing the link to the file, or I can copy the link and send the link to her, right? Sorry, let me do that again. So demo@gmail.com. Okay. And we modified it to specific people. Apply and then click send. Okay, so that's how you share the file or the recording to your stenographer, okay, or to your court staff. All right. Now, pin feature. How do you pin? Okay. So dito, sa meeting na ito, mag-isa lang kasi ako, ano? So walang ibang participant. Pansin nyo, ako lang mag-isa dyan, walang ibang participant. But, pagka may ibang participant dyan, there's a pin, no? Merong 3 dots. If you hover over their screen dito, sa screen na meron 3 dots doon. Click the 3 dots and then select pin. Right? So sa circulars issued by the Chief Justice and the Court Administrator, merong mga participants na kailangan visible at all times, di ba? Si judge, prosecutor, si defense counsel, si accused, at ang witness kung meron. Alright? So dati, yung teams, 4 lamang, no? Ang pinapakitang participants, +1, yung mismo si judge na sa baba, merong box dito, no? Yung video ni judge. So 5 lahat, kita. 4 na participants, tsaka yung mismong host, si judge. Pero ngayon, 3x3 na ho, no? So merong up to 9 participants na ang viewable at the same time. Alright? So, maaaring maging useless exercise na yon kung less than 9 naman ang participants mo sa video conferencing hearing. So, maaaring hindi mo na kailangan ipin because pagka naka-on naman yung video camera nila, they are viewable at all times na sa screen. Okay? Later on, sabi ng Microsoft, by end of July or early September, mag-roll out na po up to 49 participants viewable at the same time. Okay? So, merong 49 windows or tiles na makikita nyo, no? For 49 participants who can be visible on your screen at all times. Okay? So, how do you mute a participant? Okay? So, pwede kayong pumunta dito, no? Sa participants list, show participants. Kung meron akong ibang kausap dyan, makita nyo merong pangalan, iba. Pwede nyo hover over the mouse. Merong 3 dots dapat dito, no? Kung meron akong ibang kausap, click nyo lang yung 3 dots, meron doon makita mute participant. Right? So, pagka mute nyo ho, pwede nyo po ba siyang i-unmute? Hindi ho pwede. Right? That is designed purposely, no, by Microsoft to protect privacy of users. So, we don't want to put anyone in an awkward position kapag ka nakamute yung kanilang phone, meron silang pinag-uusapan na confidential matter, and in-unmute natin, maririnig natin yung pinag-uusapan nila. So, dinesign po purposely ng Microsoft na walang unmute. Right? After all, if the participant wants to speak, pwede po nilang i-unmute yung sarili nila. Alright? So lastly, presentation of evidence. How do we present evidence? Okay. So nakalagay doon sa circular, no? Na kapag merong mag-testify based on a judicial affidavit or sworn statement, dapat ito ay napadala na sa court and na-furnish yung kabilang party at least 3 days prior to the video conferencing hearing. Okay. So, matatanggap nyo ho yun sa email nyo, no? Matatanggap nyo ho yun sa email nyo 3 days prior to the video conferencing hearing. So, suppose nakatanggap po tayo ng email, no? And then, dinownload natin. Dinownload natin yung judicial affidavit. So, for example, kunyari, judicial affidavit ito. Ano? So, ang pwede pong gawin ng court is to go to the conversation or the chat box. Pwede nyo ho dyan i-drag and drop. Right? Pwede nyo ho dyan i-drag and drop yung judicial affidavit na dinownload nyo from your email. Okay? So, drag and drop that. Right? So, lahat po ng participants to the meeting, makikita ho itong file na ito. So, i-click send, no? Drag and drop na upload, click send. So, nandiyan na po yan sa meeting box or chat box. So, lahat po ng participants will be able to access that file you uploaded dun sa chat box. Pwede rin gawin ng court, i-open, share yung kanyang screen, so you can all go over this file or judicial affidavit, no? At once, at the same time. Okay? So, the witness can affirm whether or not the judicial affidavit he or she executed and the one submitted to the court are one and the same. Okay? So, with regard to object evidence, no, or documentary evidence, ganun din ho. So, pwedeng ipadala sa court 3 days prior to the scheduled video conferencing hearing. Ipapadala yun sa email, pwedeng i-download ng court at i-upload dito sa meeting chat box. Right? So, for object evidence naman, wala pa akong issuance dyan at merong kinrate na special committee on video conferencing that will discuss and come up with rules for that purpose. All right. So that ends my presentation or walkthrough on the Judiciary 365. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Right.